Well, it's been a while. Only reason being is because I was trying to finish some tuning done, get some tuning done on the car, and well, there was some shit that happened here in Iowa called the derecho, and we got hit with really powerful winds. And as you can see, there's a tarp there, and my entire roof is gone. So, well, there was some damage to the car because of it. There's a dent here, really pretty good sized one. There's a couple more in there. There's a couple on the other side. There's a bunch of scratches all over the car. So that's pretty much an update on the storm stuff. But as I was saying, I was trying to finish tuning it, and we got a little spicy in the tuning. I did a poll, and I got to about 6,500 RPM, where I have a limiter at 7,000. I went and shifted at 65. I heard just a noise. It wasn't big, wasn't small, but I heard a noise, so then I backed out of it. I went and shifted into fifth again, or out of fourth, and it made the noise again. So I went and babied it home. So now I'm home. It's been about a week or so since I've touched it because of the storm and all the damages that happened. I was going to do it that Monday night, and then the storm hit. So it's been a crazy couple weeks trying to get insurance money for the car because it got damaged and I want it fixed as soon as possible. But I pulled the valve cover off that Sunday. Everything up here looked good. There wasn't any scarring, no noise from the valve cover that I saw. I went and checked everything up here, put everything back together, changed the oil, started back up, still made the noise. I went and actually got the oil pan off because I wanted to check that. Well, we have some bad news. I'll show you. As you can see, number 4, I already took it off. My GoPro has been dead for the last 2 days. I couldn't find it, so I took it off anyway. But as you can see, there's a little bit of scarring on the crankshaft. Try to get a picture of it. Number 4 spun a rod bearing. 1, 2, and 3 are all fine. There's no play, no up and down, no side to side, nothing. So those are all good. But when I changed the oil, I noticed that there were some metal flakes inside the oil, as you can see right there. Look at all those nice shadings. So I pulled the pan and I pulled the cap off, and as you can see, these are pretty chewed up, and I'm actually getting splinters because of it. But number 4 left the building, and it kinda, I'm glad I stopped when I did, because if I would have kept going, I'm gonna guarantee this thing would have made a lot worse for the engine. It's because the cap is smooth. There's nothing, no grooves in the cap. I mean, maybe just a little bit, but yeah, number 4 is gone. Bearings are toasted. Right now, because of the storm, I have literally no money, and trying to get some things figured out with the car and our insurances and just everything in general has been a ride. So I'm trying to find out when I can get some money to get this thing fixed. The worst part is, yeah, I could throw a new rod bearing in it. I could slap it back together and drive it, but I've heard many stories about that, and it just goes right back out. So I don't want to waste my time taking it off, getting a new bearing put in, slapping it back together, and it not being fixed. What I'm gonna have to do, and I know I'm gonna have to do it, and I'm dreading it, I'm probably gonna have to just say fuck it and put a new crank in, new rods, new bearings, main bearings, and just get it over with. I didn't want to do it yet. I really wanted to keep the stock bottom end, but I really don't know the history on this engine before I got it, which I've had it for a year in my possession now, and it sat for a year and a half before then. So I don't know what it was doing or how it was used. I mean, it's a 4G63. It was probably abused, like they all are. But the one thing is now I realize that in my tuning, we're having problems with my knock sensor going crazy, and I'm going to guarantee that that was the entire time it was making my knock sensor go crazy for just the vibrations it was having. The only thing was I wasn't hearing any noises at all driving it, because I was driving it for, I think I drove for about a week straight once to work and back and everything. And I mean, I didn't beat on it then, I just drove it to work and back. But I'm guessing that was my knock issue noise that I've been having the entire time. So like I said, at least it wasn't as bad as the last engine I had in this thing when I first bought this car. That bearing wasn't even sitting in the cap. It was chewed up. It was spit into the oil pan. It was just dangling there. I mean, it was bad. So luckily I found it now instead of later, and just kept beating the crap out of it trying to get my tuning correct. And so we're just gonna figure out what it's gonna be to replace the crank, the bearings, the main bearings, the rods, and the pistons, and I guess we're just gonna go with the built bottom end. So I just want to give you guys an update on the car. I'll probably give you an update on when the insurance comes and checks it out, see if I can figure something out with it. I'm buying it back no matter what happens, if it totals out or not, but I'll get you guys an update then. I'll keep you an update when I get the parts. It might be a while, so just bear with me, please. It's been a rough couple weeks here in Iowa. So I appreciate you guys coming in, watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you like what I'm doing here. Comment and tell me how you think I'm doing, what do I need to do, and share it with your friends. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.